Hello everyone, welcome to the Nilesh Technology. This is the video number 21 of React series, and this is the mini project number 3, Keep Note. So in this project we revise the concepts of props, components and use state, and we also perform the operation with JSON array using the insertion and deletion. Okay, so this project is goes to very interesting. So before 2 videos we already covered the 2 mini projects. Okay, so that playlist is already created for the ReactJS. Okay, so this is the new playlist and already 20 video is already posted. So please watch one by one video and clear your all the concepts. Okay, also I posted each and every project source code free on GitHub repository. So that link is present in or available in each and every video description. Go to the description of this video, you will get you have to get the link. Okay, fine. Coming to this point, we go to the VS code. Okay, so in this VS code we already created the 20 different projects. So every time we use the first tab, right? So let me copy the public src and other files. Right click, copy, and create a new folder, 21 keep note. So right click and paste all those files. Okay, after that view terminal, go to this folder, then hit npmi. After that hit the npm start. Okay, so it takes some time. So inside this keep note, what we have to do, so we just create a one text field and one text area. Okay, and one plus button. So whenever you set some title to that note and some description of the note and click on plus button, then that note is added to the list, or what we say that in the below of the form. Okay, then accordingly you have to add the multiple note, and for each note we have to add a one delete button. If you don't want to keep that note so many more time or some longer time, then you can delete also. Okay, so yeah, so this thing is very important. So for every project I already created a first tab project, so every time I use this one and hit the npmi, because I just filter out the filter out some things in the project, means that unwanted files, folders, I deleted it, and I just keep only those files whatever is required to the hello world program. So that's why every time I copy this project and use the hello world project to the next one. Okay, fine. Okay, just wait for some time, then we start the server and start to doing the program. Okay, till that period I just go to the app.js. This is the hello react.js. Okay, let me create some more component inside this source section. Like I just want to divide the total page into the multiple component, like the header component, footer component and the main component. Okay, so in header we just set some title of the keep note. Footer we just set that whatever copyright or anything, and in between we set we develop our keep note application. So accordingly we split the entire program into the multiple components. So currently we use the 3 components: header, footer and the main app.js. Okay, fine. Just wait it. Once the project is ready, then we can create the component files. Okay, that is ready. Now npm start to start the server. Yeah, it started. Let me open the inspect as well. Fine. Okay, so I just in the source section I just create a new file, header dot js, then footer dot js. Inside that header rafce, inside that footer rafce, get the default code, and inside this app, this is the header, this is the footer, save it, header, footer and hello. Okay, so yeah, now that is the ready. First let me design some what we say that scratch level, then we use the some css to make it the attractive page. Okay, so inside that footer I just mention a one message, we use a footer tag. You can set design and develop by. Okay, you can mention your name, or you can also set the copyright related message. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Okay, so header footer is set. Now inside the header, let me use the h1 message. Okay, okay, let me set some design code. I just want to add some logo, and logo means that one image. Header, this is one div, and there is one image, and there is one message, keep note. Okay, so this is the header. We set the some width and height of that image. Okay, now the footer is also created. So for that header footer, let me download the some image. I go to the Google, keep note, images, here you can download any one keep note related image. You can download the png as well, or jpg as well, no issue. Let me save this image on that the desktop. Okay, so desktop, save it. I think that image is already, I have already that image, so it's a png image. Okay, keep 512. So after downloading the image, you can use this image in your project directory structure. Inside this, inside the source, let me create a one folder, images, and I can just copy the keep note image inside this images folder. Okay, let me rename keep note.png. Fine. So image is the folder, inside that there is image, so accordingly we set here the path. So the path is let me first import the image, like the import logo from /images/ keep note.png, and we use that logo in source. Yeah, that image is displayed in here, icon is displayed in here. So we set some header and footer CSS related code. Okay, let me go to the index.css, and inside that first I just set the some global code, like the padding 0, margin 0, font family. I think that Joseph Sans font I need to download. I already shown you on the last video, but again I will show you. Go to the all Google font, go to this site. Okay, search the font Josephine Sans. Okay, click on get font, then go to the get embedded code, go to the import section and import this, copy this the URL, CSS URL, go to your project code and add this URL in here. Okay, now let me save it so that font is applied. Okay, so this is a common code. A box sizing is a border box and font family and padding margin is 0. Then we set some header. Here is there header class. I think let me give the some class name as a header, div class name equal to header. Okay, now we set the some styling of a header. So see, like this, width 100%, line height 100%, background color I think we use the same yellow color as a background color, display flex. So justify content, align item, padding, color, we set it. Okay, then we need to set the some h1 and other things, but I think the class name is not set, right? So let me set the some footer. Footer is not a class, so see, footer is shown on at the bottom of this page because we said the position is absolute and bottom is 0. See, it goes to the bottom automatically, text align center. So always it's shown on a bottom of this page. Okay, so it's look like this. Fine. So let proceed to the move to the another one. Let me create one more component, like a create note. RAFC create note. Inside that we design a create a related form. okay. And after that we use some listing part as well, like notes, okay. We want to show the some all the notes, so let me create one more notes.js. Okay, so I need to add the create and notes in app.js. Between this, create note, let me save it, then node.js, save it, create note, then note. It's not import automatically, let me import manually. Sometime it's happen, it's VS Code issue actually. So create note, it's notes, right? Notes, copy. So create note, notes, footer, header, it's done. Okay, let me add some more improvement in a create note. First let me design a create note. Okay, inside this div, the class name is like the main note. You can set the any name, okay. Then there is one form, so inside this form there is one input. First is the text box, okay, so it's a title. Then another one is that the text area, okay. So the placeholder is a write a note. Then there is a button to add the note, the plus. We set for design purpose I just use a one span for the plus, and the class name is plus sign, okay. And the button class name is add a button, add underscore button. Okay, that basic form design is ready. Okay, let me add the note related thing as well. Go to the note, just want to show the all the notes, okay. So yeah, inside this div give the class name as a note, then we set the note title, we change later the dynamic value, okay. Then we need to break the line, and inside this paragraph this is the content, this is the description of that the note. Then there is one more button to delete button, so okay, so that button, so is the last name is the btn, just for the btn, or you can set it the delete button. What is the name for here? It's a add button, it's a delete button, okay. Then here is one more span, delete icon. So currently we use the delete word, later we replace to the icon or anything. That basic design is ready. First we use the some CSS, then we add the functionality. Okay, my CSS is ready. So without wasting any time, we just add the one by one section inside the CSS file. So header footer is set. Okay, then we use a main note. So inside the main note, we set the some width, height, margin as well. Okay, padding, margin, we set it. So accordingly, it goes to the center. That goes to the center. We use the inspect console. Okay. So accordingly, it shows on a center. Width set the for 500 pixel. It's padding and margin. Then we set a paragraph and a header one color. You can set it the any color. Okay. So my notes, I think that is not available. Currently that is not available. Let me check. No, it's a main notes. Okay, so first we just add a form. So it's a form. We set a border, shadow, color as well, and we set the height as well. So minimum height is the 50 pixel. So form is ready. Then input and text area. So input box. So that input is ready. Input this one, title. You can enter the some title. We remove the border and everything. Border outline we remove. Okay. Background is also transparent. So that's why it look like a label. Okay. So same like the text area. Text area is also look like this. Okay. Then we added the plus sign button. So what is the button name? Add a button. Add a button. So its button is goes to here. Let me set width, height same 50-50. Yeah, it's look like a circle, and we set the position is absolute. Bottom minus 28 pixel, left side is 400 pixel. So accordingly it goes to the right side, because we use the some more pixel on the left side. Okay, fine. Then we use the plus sign CSS. So plus sign. What is the name of that plus sign? Is the class name is the plus sign. Plus sign. Wet. Closing bracket. Yeah. So its font size is greater. Font weight 900. We set the Z index because it shows on a front, background transparent, and we also set the font size is 45. Okay, so it looks good. Now we set list CSS related code. Okay, so yeah, if you want to change the color on hover, then you can set it plus sign colon hover. Okay, we just change the background color. No, not looking good. We also set the color as well as background, both. color is background. It's okay. I'm not wasting time for design. Okay, go to the note. It's a class name is a note. Okay, it's look like a card. Okay, then we set the header one, font size, then paragraph, okay, we just use the some word wrap and font size related thing. Then we use the delete button, okay, it goes to the some right side. Then for the delete icon, it's a delete icon. We use a width and height. I think that is not required, but it's okay. Fine, I think that is enough. So it's look like this. Okay, when the card is repeated, let me go to the app.js. This is repeated multiple times, so it's look like this way. When you enter the multiple note, then it look like this way. Okay, accordingly the resolution, so it goes to the down like that, so it's responsive. Okay, fine. That design is ready. Now let's focus on a functionality part. Okay, fine. So first we focus on a create note. So when we set some title and the note, when you click on plus button, then we need to store the title and the note into one of the object. Okay, so for that I use a one state object, note, set note, use state, and by default we use a title as a blank and a content as a blank. So this is the default note value. So whenever you enter the something inside the title and text area, so that data goes to this state. And when you click on plus, then we add this object to the array, and that array is shown into this multiple cards of list. Okay, fine. So that is ready. Inside this form, this type is the text. Let me set some more properties. So type placeholder, this name is the title, value is a note.title, so it's currently blank, and when you change, then we said the event is the input event. I need to create a one function of a input event. So similarly we set it to the text area. So inside this text area, so note these three things is also important. So name is the content, so node dot content. On change, the event is same. We already see how to handle the multiple input event. So that video number is it's multiple text field 13. I already covered those things in this video, how to handle the multiple input field and why we required an object. Okay, so coming to this point, so that's why we use the one common function and this object. It showing the some error because I am not defining the any function. Okay, this is the input event. Now we use a common function for both the form fields, text as well as text area. So accordingly we just filter out name and the value. We destructure it from e dot target. So it's destructure and we get the name and the value. When you enter something in a title, get the title and its typed value. When you enter something in a text area, get the title, name is the content and the value is typed value. So that thing is getting here. Let me test it. Name comma name and content equal to comma content. Equal to value. Let me save it. Check, is there any error? No. Refresh it. No error. So when you enter the title, hi, so see the name is title and the content is hi. I think so every time we till we are not using the set note. So whatever we type it, I just want to set the title inside this object, inside this content as well. So that's why it's refresh automatically. But just see that when you type in here, so name is content and it's a typed value, and when you type something in a title, so name is a title and its value is there. Okay, fine. Now when you type the something, then I need to set the note. Set note. So parameter is the prev object, or what we say that the old data. Okay, so prev object, and we return the object where prev data is as it is, and whatever you type in a new data, so it's overwrite to the new equal to value, not equal to new colon value. So accordingly it's update the title and content. Okay, so if you want to explore more to this thing, then you need to watch this video number 13 again, because this series goes to the one by one. So I just expect that you cleared all the previous video, you already watched it, I just assume that. Okay, so that thing is I explain in detail inside this video. Okay, so automatically the name and the value is coming to this this property. It's previous data, whatever is type, it's a previous data, then we overwrite the new data. Okay, save it. let me display this object when I hit the button. Let me remove this thing, and inside this button just use the on click, add note, const add note equal to console.log note equal to comma note, comma this note. I just want to show the note this. So once we set it, then let's test it, what note is stored inside this object. Okay, so let's test it. That code is ready. Refresh. So for example, note is like IMP information, and I just said that the name is the Nilesh technology, and it's YouTube channel plus, oh, it's refreshed. Okay, fine, because it's form, and form, once we submit the form, it's submitted. So to avoid this, prevent default. Fine. See here, let me refresh it again. Refresh back. Refresh. IMP info. Name is the Nilesh technology. It's popular channel plus. So see, the array is created. So it's a content, name, and whatever you typed it, and it's a title, IMP information. So its object is ready. I think its array is created. Yeah, the square bracket not required. Let me test one more time. There is no array, it's directly value. Let me clear it. No, let me refresh again. Hello learners. Yeah, see, hello learners. It's not an array, it's directly data. So once we click on that plus, we get this object. So I want to use the one more state. It's an array, and when you click on plus, then that object is added to the existing array. It's append to the existing array. Then accordingly, whatever array data is present, then we display all the list in here. Okay, so now the add functionality is working properly. Now okay, I just want to add add these things inside the app. Why? Because when we define the array in the app, then that array is easily passed to the nodes as well, because later we want to do the operation of delete. So when I implement the add operation inside the create node, so it's like the private to that the component. Okay, create node is a one of the component. Okay, so app is the parent component. App is the parent. Inside that we call the child component. So when we define a common array in a parent component, then that operation can easily perform by the create as well and by the node as well. Create perform the add operation, node perform the delete operation. So that's why we define a common array inside the parent component in an app component. So here I just define a one add node function and just call console.log console.log, add click, and I just pass this by props. Okay, so add note equal to add note. Let me save it, go to here, define the props, and when you click on the plus, then call the props dot add note, not for this one. Okay, not for this one. So let me save it and just test it, add note is called or not. Okay, it's refreshed. So for that I just pass the event object as well as the note to the other component. Okay, so its create note is already created. Now it's already passed. What we can do, we do like some different way. Let me revert this function. So this thing is important. We just pass the note by another way, by the we can't call this function directly. We call this props function to this function, means that we already get this note, right? So we call this note inside in here, like what we say, that pass note, and this function is called in here directly. Okay, and we change the function name pass note. It's a pass note click. So let me save those things. Let me go to here inside this props. When any user is click on the button, because this button is inside the form, to avoid to refresh this form, first we stopped it. Then after that, whatever note is defined when you enter the title or content, you pass this note as a parameter in here. So let me save it. So note is get in here, and we just test it, comma note. Let's test it. Can we get the note in a app component? Fine. Refresh. Note is the hello learners plus pass note click. This is the object. So see here, we already set the console, we set the comment in a console. So that note is passed by props to here. So pass note click, and we get the note object. Okay, so we are successfully able to get the note object. So for that we use the one, after getting that the note, we add this note to the one of the main array. So const note list, comma set note list, use state, so blank array. Okay, so whenever we get the note, then we set note list. Okay, so inside this is the all the old data, and we return array all the old data, then we add a new note. All the old data means that previous data, and we add a new note. It's a with the help of this syntax we get all the older data, and it's added to this the current note. Let me save it, comment, and that note list I need to pass it to the each and every note. That goes to notes. Let's test it. Inside these notes, it's coming from here by props, and let me console note list equal to comma props dot note list. Let's test it. Can we pass the note list from app component to notes component? So yeah, refresh. So see, on the first time refresh we passed the note list as a empty. Then when we enter the something plus, okay, so we successfully passed the array, and inside that array there is 0th index is a object. Let me pass some more. Plus it's a 2 data, some add, it's a 3 data. So we are successfully stored all the objects into an array. So whatever the array length is there, accordingly the note length get displayed. So this is our the next target. So we are successfully get this the note. So we go to the code, go to the app.js, yeah, inside this note there is title and the content is there. I think that we don't want to send the whole array in here, because inside this the map function, whatever we get the title and content of the each and every object, we passed it and we displayed it here. We don't need to pass the whole array in here. Okay, so we just test it, just save, go to here, and inside this note what we can do, we have the note list object. So whatever the note list is there, we use the map, use the object, okay, and inside that object we call the note. So let me save it, sorry, notes. Okay, so currently there is the length of the note list is basically the 0, so that's why it shows any notes. But whenever we have a note data, then accordingly we pass, first we avoid the warning, we set the key comma index, key equal to index, then we set the title, object dot title, then we pass the content, it's the object dot content. So that title and content data goes to here by props, and with the help of props we use a props dot title, and content is here as well, props dot content. Let's test it. We set some click on plus, let me refresh. Okay, let me debug. Not list, title content, object dot title, object dot content. Let me console it, the note list. So content title, dot map, oh sorry, we are not use the return. Inside that map, we, without forgetting, so that return is very important. Without return, it's not written anything, right? Right, the 4 I added just now. Okay, may remove this console, not required now. Let's test it again. Swift number is here, I think. Yeah, fifth number is here. Fine. Now I think one thing is only pending, that is the delete operations. We successfully passed each and everything in here. For that delete, I need to define the function in here, const delete item, and accordingly we try to get the ID in here, console.log deleted ID equal to comma ID. Okay, so I just pass this function as a props to the nodes, right? Delete item, let me save it, go to here, on click, delete item, but I just call this by using this function because I need to pass something to the parameter. It's a props dot, it's not a direct function, and we already get the props dot ID. Not get it already, but I need to get it, I need to set it, or set it. So go to here and set the ID as a index, ID as an index as well. So get the ID, let me save it, get the ID, and we pass the ID to this function parameter, and again we return the ID to the app component. Let me save it, there is no error. Let me test it. When I click on delete button, I just check it, the ID is written or not. First its ID is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got it. So according to this ID index, we just use the filter function, and except that object we return others. Okay, so we need to define that logic in delete item. We already do in the previous project, so it's not a big part. Let me comment. So we have an array, right? We have an array of a note list. We also note list dot filter, and inside this the current object and index got this data. Okay, and we return where index is not matched to the id. So when you hit the delete button on the second index, for example id is second, so you want to delete the second element, so except the second I just want to return all other elements. So 0, 1, then 2 is deleted, 3 and 4, so that element is written, so only 4 elements only shown. Okay, with the help of filter, and whatever we get the we get the new array, we just need to set it again to the note list. So you just set inside this thing. I think set like this, but this is the old data, and we use the whatever old data is there, we just use the filter. Okay, and whatever is get the return, and that is set to again a note list. Let's test it. Delete, last delete, first delete, add, issue of my keyboard. Okay, you see, delete. Okay, let me add something like hello learners plus. Okay, then IMP, and this is the like the name is like the Nilesh Technology. It's YouTube channel plus, yeah. So like that you can add the multiple nodes and perform the insertion deletion operation with object. I hope you like this video. Okay, so please like and subscribe the channel, and in the next video we will see the React life cycle, and it's all those the function operations, how it's performed. Okay, we will try to understand each and everything in next video. So yeah, I think keep learning, keep watching. We'll see you on next video. Bye bye. Thank you.